Hello everybody and welcome back to RETRO-MELLO Eurovision. How are you, Harry?
Hello, Leonard. I'm very fine, but how are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
You too?
Pretty good.
Yes.
First things first, what would we like people to do?
We would like them to like, share, comment and subscribe.
That's very important.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
I think we are talking about Sweden.
Yes.
Why?
Well, we're Swedish.
And what we were talking about?
We're talking about Sweden's wins in Eurovision. Why?
Because we have won 7 times together with Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sweden is one of the reigning champions of Eurovision.
Yeah.
To the detriment of a lot of people in the Eurovision community. Sweden isn't very popular among the Eurovision fans. Well, some of them like us, but others don't. They think we won too many times and they will send the same generic song, blah, 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 blah.
And I don't think this would make it things very much better.
I don't care.
No.
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're going to go through all of Sweden's wins.
Yes.
And it's going to be from the very beginning up to now, because this year, 2025, Sweden has a chance to win again because we're number 1 in the odds.
Wow.
So this might be the year for Sweden's 8th win.
But when was the first win?
Let's go there in 1974.
Okay.
So Sweden won the first time in 1974, Harry.
Yeah, very nice win.
Yes, where did this happen?
I think it was in Brighton in the Dome.
Yes, I've actually been outside that.
Wow.
Well, it's not an arena.
No.
It's more of a theater.
Yeah.
Holy ground, as I call it.
Yeah, the venue made history.
Yeah, it made history, and of course ABBA made history.
Yeah.
Because they became the
legends.
They became legendary, and they really changed everything in this competition.
Yeah.
They really did. They really did. So they got 24 points. Just 24 points?
Yeah, because it was another voting system.
So as I figured out the voting system, there were juries in each country.
Yeah.
Couldn't vote for their own country, of course.
No.
With 10 members in each jury, and they could award each song 1 point each.
Yeah.
So So the maximum amount of points one song could get was 10.
Yeah.
But the maximum amount of votes one song got this evening was 5.
Yeah.
So Sweden got 2 5s, one from Finland and one from
Switzerland. Yeah.
0 points from the United Kingdom.
Yeah. I don't know why.
And also from Greece, Monaco, Belgium and Italy, they all gave Sweden 0 points.
That's very hard to
so
understand.
nobody in those jury groups voted thought that Waterloo by ABBA was going to win.
No, that's strange. I think. Yeah,
it's strange. It's strange. But which song came second? Harry?
It was actually Italy with Gigliola Cinquetti with 18 points.
Yeah, and the song "C."
C, yeah.
Yes, Italy got 18 points and wound up in second place.
Yeah.
Gigliola Cinquetti singing C. What does that mean, Harry?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she got 5 points from the United Kingdom.
Wow. Yeah.
But that I really, it's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Yeah,
so I
is.
understood that it got second place.
Yeah, it's worth it. Second place.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
You can also mention that Olivia Newton-John was performing for the United Kingdom, which is another legend.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But it would take another 10 years before Sweden won again.
Yeah.
In 1984.
Okay.
Yes, 10 years after ABBA won in Brighton, Hoorays will win.
Yeah.
With Diggiloo Diggiley.
Yeah. And Leonard, they sang in Swedish.
They sang in Swedish.
ABBA sang in English.
Yes, because in 1974 there was still the rule that you could perform in another language if you want to.
Yeah.
They changed those rules, and now it was just your national language that's spoken in your country.
Yeah.
That will change again in 1999, I think.
Yeah.
But between 1977 or something and until 1999, All countries could only perform in their national languages.
Yeah.
That explains a lot of Ireland's wins. Because and that also explains why a song titled Digaloo Digalay, which is it's understandable in any language.
No, it means nothing.
It means nothing. It's gibberish.
Yeah.
So they got 145 points.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is the jury days. This is between 1 and 12 points. So now we're in the classic pointing system.
Yeah.
But we got 12 points from Denmark.
Yeah.
But not from Norway, not from Finland.
No.
So the diaspora thing is that we got high points from Norway and Finland, but yeah.
But second came Ireland.
Yes, Linda Martin.
Yeah, with 137 points.
Yes, and she sang Terminal 3.
Yeah.
But who wrote this song, Harry?
It was actually Johnny Logan.
Johnny Logan.
Yeah.
So this could have been his fourth win.
Yeah.
Because he won in 1980 with What's Another Year.
Yeah.
He won in 1987 with Hold Me Now.
Yeah.
Then he won with Linda Martin, written the song.
1992 with Why Me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he almost won again in 1984 with Terminal 3. Not one of my favorite songs.
No, but I like it.
Yes, you do. I know that. I don't know. It just doesn't get to me. I don't know why. But let's talk about Hoorays. Do you remember how big Hoorays were in 1984, Harry?
As Carola.
Yes, Carola. They were like huge here in Sweden. They were like everywhere. It was so extremely popular.
Yeah.
But I never was a big fan. I think back in the day, I think they were kind of corny.
Yeah.
They were too clean.
Yeah. And they are not big anymore. And nowadays.
No. And they still sing at Eurovision Song Contests all over Europe in the Eurovision season, of course.
And they performed last year in Malmo.
Yeah. So they're still at it.
Yeah.
But they had a few years in the 80s when they were like big.
Yeah.
But then they did other things, I think.
Yeah.
When will we win again, Harry?
It must be 1991.
Yes.
Yeah. And the third win for Sweden was with the singer Carola. And she won 1991.
Yes, with Fångad av en stormvind.
Catched by a love storm.
Captured
by a love storm. Yeah.
How many points did she get?
She got 146, and that was as many as who?
France.
Yeah.
And that was, what was the name of the
Amina.
singer? Amina, and she's saying, and hold on, c'est le demi qui a parlé à raison.
Yeah.
That means I'm speaking the last right words, or something like that. It's hard to translate.
Yeah.
And this could be one of the most exciting votings I've ever been to. I remember this so well when they had the same points and nobody knew what to do.
Yeah.
And the hosts, were, because the year previous, Italy won with Unite Europe.
Yeah.
And that singer, to continue, he was one of the hosts.
And Gigliola Cinquetti,
who came second in 1974.
Yeah.
So they hosted this, and they were so confused.
Yeah.
What do we do when two songs have the same points?
Yeah.
But how did they sort it out, Harry?
Because they were first forced to see who got most 12 pointers.
Yes, and they had equal amounts.
For both of them.
Yeah, 12 points each.
But 10 points, that was the decision made. Carola got 10 points.
Yes.
And Amina
I think she got 3.
Two. Yeah.
So that made Carola the winner.
Yeah.
Huge debate.
Yeah.
I know this is one of your favorite songs, Harry.
Yeah. Well, it was the right winner.
Yeah. And it's, of course, it's hard for me to because it's a legendary Eurovision winner for me. As being a Swede, and Carola is like a national institution in this country.
Yeah.
But I actually, I think I would prefer Amina's song today. I don't know. I just like that song.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm very proud that we.
Yeah, and I know many like Amina also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there, it's been a debate.
Yeah.
There's a whole Reddit thread you can read through if you want to.
Yeah. But when you see at the points, they were equally good.
Yes. Yes. So
Actually, they were.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then Sweden won again. But it will be another 8 years.
Yeah.
We'll win again in 1999.
Yes. So in 1999, Sweden wins with Charlotte Nilsson singing "Take Me to Your Heaven," or as he sang in Swedish, "Tusen natt," 1001 nights. She won with 163 points. Yeah.
Is this one of your favorite songs, Harry?
No, actually, when I heard it first time in Swedish, I thought it was a Swedish dance band.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's like I don't dislike it, but it's not. I think actually that Charlotte's song when she's named Pirelli from 2008, Heroes, Hero. I think that's the better song of hers.
Yeah.
But that only got to 18th place.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And that's like a legendary song.
Yeah.
So I don't get this. Who came second in 1999, Harry?
It was actually Iceland with the singer Selma, and she got 146 points.
Yeah, and that's the better song.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
My too. Yeah.
It's hard to, just cherish all the Swedish wins because actually I think that I would have seen Salma any day. But the thing I can give us Swedes is that we arranged the Eurovision in 2000.
Yeah.
And that was a game-changing TV broadcast because of the way it started.
Yeah.
I think this was a game changer when it comes to Eurovision broadcasts, and it made Eurovision fun again.
Yeah.
Because there are so many songs in 2000 that I like.
Yeah.
But when will Sweden win again?
It was actually in 2012.
Yes. So what happened in 2012, Harry?
Loreen. She appeared on stage.
Euphoric.
No, Euphoria.
Yes, I know. Well, she's in Baku and she wins with Euphoria and makes one of the most wonderful, best performances ever on a Eurovision stage. I would say.
I would say iconic.
Iconic. Totally iconic. She won both the jury and the public.
Yeah.
There was over 100 points separating her between her and the second place. And who came second?
It was actually Russia with Buranovsky Babushki and the Party for Everybody. Do you remember?
The old ladies baking bread.
Grandmothers.
Which was very... And, this was one of those years where the winner was so clear from the beginning. There's been a few of those years where there's a song that is like such an obvious winner. It's crazy. I think that Alexander Rybak's Fairy Tale is one of those songs as well, that it was so clear that it was going to win that it would have been such a huge shock if it didn't win.
Yeah, that comes to my mind, actually.
Will we win again, Harry?
Yes, actually we do, and it's quite soon again. 2015.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in 2015, Sweden won again with Måns Zelmerlöw.
Yes.
Yeah. And he got 365 points.
Yes, and he won.
Yeah.
I don't think he won the televote. I think Italy won the televote, actually.
Yeah.
And they came third. Who came second?
It was actually Russia with Polina Gagarina.
Yes. Singing a million songs, voices. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember this very well. There was a lot of booing going on towards the Russian song in the arena. I don't like booing.
No.
But I can understand why it happened.
Yeah.
I think actually the song that I remember most is the song number 3. That came third.
Yeah.
Italy. That was very good.
Il Volo.
Yes, very good song. And they were, I think, actually favorites to win.
Wow, yes.
Leading up to this competition. But what do you think about Måns Zelmerlöw's Heroes?
Well, I actually love it.
I know you do.
It was my favorite, but actually I like all the 3 in top.
I think this is a very good top 3.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's, yes, all 3 of the top 3 songs are very good.
Very good quality.
Yes. I'm not a huge fan of Heroes. I think the thing that tipped him over for the win was the performance and the staging, which was the first time we saw that interaction and all that stuff, and that little cartoon man and everything. And that made the whole song so big. And
it was spectacular.
Very spectacular.
Yeah.
Do you think we will be spectacular on our next win, Harry? And when is that?
And it was also already 2023.
Yes. So in 2023, Loreen comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years after 2012, 11 years after she won the first time.
Yeah.
She comes back with Tattoo.
Yeah.
And has a spectacular staging with standing like the hamburger. She's
Is she the meat?
Yeah, and she wins with 583 points. She clearly wins the jury points with 340. But she loses the public vote. Who wins the public vote in 2023, Harry?
Who should it be? Of course it's Finland.
And it's Käärijä. Cha cha cha.
Yeah. And Käärijä was 4th as a jury vote.
Yes, he came 4th in the juries. And this is the never-ending debate that's been going on since 2023. Did the right song win?
Yeah, because he got televotes with big margin.
Yes, yes. I think that, he got over 100 more points in the televote, at 120, I think.
130.
Yes. So, the people's choice was Finland, clearly.
Yeah.
But I think that, Sweden got second in the public vote, so combined with a good jury vote, we won.
Of course. And it's just...
Yeah. I don't think there is anything that is just in this competition.
Maybe this year, 2025.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see. But, it was fun seeing Loreen win again. But I think that her second victory, was a bit stained by the whole Käärijä thing.
Yeah.
I think it was. And that saddens me a bit. But, the rules are the rules, and she won.
Yeah.
So, and I like that song, so,
Yeah.
But let's look forward, because, you know what?
No.
We're favorites to win again.
Vi ska vara bastu, ångorna på, släpp all stress idag. Bastubröder är vi som glöder 100 grader noja.
So we already made a video saying, what if Sweden wins again?
Yeah.
And it's, you know what, as of recording this, we have a 39% chance of winning.
Oh.
And second to us is Austria with, I think, around 15%.
Yeah.
So The odds say that we might win again, but the odds aren't always right.
No.
Do you think we will get our 8th win, Harry?
Actually, I do.
You do? I think that it's possible.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen.
No.
Because there are other contenders as well. And as of recording this, we haven't seen any staging. We know what Sweden's staging will look like, because that will basically be the same as at Melodifestivalen.
Yeah.
But for a lot of countries like Austria, like Croatia, there are many countries where we haven't seen anything. Australia.
Yeah. And when I heard one song first, I thought it would win immediately, and that was actually Netherlands.
Yes.
But it doesn't have the good odds now.
No, it doesn't. But that song, Netherlands, I like the Netherlands songs a lot. It's just so happy and nice.
Yeah.
And I think happy songs are what we need these days.
And it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I think that with the right staging, Netherlands is a good example of a song that can really explode during Eurovision week.
It could be top 3.
It could be, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add about Sweden's wins in Eurovision, Harry?
It feels better than 2023 because now Sweden and Finland compete together.
They do, in more ways than one. There is a chance that Finland has 2 chances of winning Eurovision this year. I don't know what they will feel about. Of course, if Sweden wins, it's also a win for Finland.
Actually it is. Yeah.
Okay. We thank you for listening to us talking about this, and we'll see you all again really soon.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.